And you're live. You're on.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. We are so happy to be live back with Transformational Tuesdays. Guys, let me know where you're from. Go ahead and comment in the comment section and let me know that you're here to see us today. I could not wait to see how many people show up to Transformational Tuesdays. It's something that I and Dave would like to get back to doing. We cannot wait until this becomes a regular occurrence every single Tuesday. It's something that I and Dave really enjoy doing, sharing our time and just talking about things that matter. During this time, during Transformational Tuesdays, you can put in any questions that you might have in the comments and let us know where you're from and what it is we can help you with tonight. We would love to talk to you all about any questions that you have about the metaphysical world, the spiritual world, whatever it might be. No question is a dumb question. The only dumb question is the one not asked. So we're so happy that we're here tonight. Guys, let me know you're here. Let me know where you're from, how you met me. Maybe you have a funny story you want to share about when you did meet me. Generally, people do have stories about when they meet me. I always love to hear about readings that you had and what happened when you did meet me. It kind of triggers my memory so that we can see who you're from and where you're at and how you found your fine divine, right? Tonight, Spirit wants us to talk about our thoughts, our actions, our emotions, and who we are being in life. So tonight, we're going to talk all about what it is to be a spiritual being here on earth, what it is to be the person that you want to be. And let me tell you, sometimes it's not so easy to be the person that we want to be, is it? Do you find that it's super easy to always be uplifting and happy and full of life? Is it easy to be the person that is easygoing? Do a lot of you find that it becomes more trying during the winter months? Do some of you feel like it becomes more trying when you're hurt or you're sick or something went wrong at work, or maybe there's something wrong with a close friend or family member, or maybe your kids? I know that's a trigger for me. When my kids aren't feeling well, I'm not feeling well. Us moms, we tend to go through that, don't we? So Spirit wants us to know that when we think thoughts, it literally is a ripple effect into the universe. When we think a thought, the thought goes into the universe within 7 seconds. Did you guys know that it takes 7 seconds to activate a thought into the universe? And when we say that the thoughts are your reality, what we're saying is that when you think a thought, it goes into the universal vortex and it ripples out. It's a ripple effect that happens. And that thought eventually returns back to you. And when we say that we are karmically liable for what happens to us, it means that we have repayment for whatever we put out into the universe comes back to us. And so when we're talking about our thoughts, it can be as quick as 7 seconds. It can be extended, 27 seconds, 7 minutes. It happens in sevens. I have even had a thought that ended up coming into my reality 7 months later. I've seen it 7 years later. I've seen a lot of different things take place. People say, well, why 7? I don't really know. But it is what happens in the spiritual realm. It does come in sevens. Right, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah. Dave's here tonight, guys. Should we put him on camera? You guys want to see Dave? Say hi, Dave.
Hello.
It is that when we think thoughts, that goes into the universe and the universe comes back at us. So people say to us, well, Debbie, what is it that when you think, how could that possibly be happening? Like what takes place exactly? Well, what takes place is that your soul is a part of the larger universal energy. So you essentially are a part of God. And so people say, well, are you God? Yes. Every single one of us are a piece of the whole. We're a piece of the grander version of what the universal light or energy or God energy is. And so we're a part of it. So that means that everything that we're doing is a part of the whole. So we're creating our reality by what we think, what we feel, and what we do. Pretty crazy, right, guys? Go ahead and put in your comments. If you have any questions, please let me know. Dave will let us know what your questions are, and I will answer them. Please comment. Let me know where you're from. I'd love to hear from you.
April Jordan says hello from Wisconsin. Elise Gerke says hello from Janesville, Wisconsin. Kelly Lutz says hi, Deb and Dave. Sue Beckstrom says, good evening from Minnesota. Flynn Smiley, hey, Deb and Dave. And then I have a question now, too.
Oh, awesome. Can we hold on the question? I would like to interject my Minnesota friend out there. We are in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Minnesota this coming Saturday. We are at the Eagles Club in Rochester, Minnesota from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Guys, we're having a holistic expo. Come on out and see us. 12 o'clock is my psychic gallery. I cannot wait. Rochester is one of my favorite energies. So I can't wait for that show this Saturday. All right, Dave, what's our question?
April Jordan asks, does Alex have a message for me, his mom?
So this is his mom asking?
That's the question, yeah. His mom, for me, his mom.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So could you just clarify, please, who you are to Alex? Thank you. So getting back to talking about our thoughts, guys. When you wake up in the morning, what is the intention that you set for the day? Do you set intentions for the day? Are you the person that decides who and what you're going to be today? Or are you a reactor to the energy that surrounds you? Do you wake up late and decide that you're going to be cranky today because you are late to work, or that you got up late, or you aren't feeling the way you thought you would? Are you a reactor to what's happening inside of your body? God talks to us about knowing that the reactions that's happening is a choice. Every life, every breath, every minute of every day, we have choices. And those choices are stemmed from our thoughts. And so either you're going to create your reality, or you're going to be a reactor of your reality. And that is going to depend on how you feel today. Are your feelings of joy, happiness, love, and the things that you love feeling inside of your body? Or are they of aggression, anger, sadness, and resentment? Those are the types of things that we don't want to feel, right? And so in the winter months, it gets a little bit harder to stay in that happy, high-vibing frequency. When that happens, you need to think just smaller thoughts that create more happiness. When we create happiness ripples, it's as easy as thinking a small thought that brings joy into your heart. When we think of things that bring happiness to us, can you guys put in the comments what you think brings you happiness? What brings a smile to your face and joy to your heart when you think of this? I know that I can think of my Shih Tzu Paris, who is here wobbling the camera every now and then because she's trying to get my attention, because she's the most important, no matter what I'm doing when she's around. I think about her, and it brings joy to my heart, and it brings a smile to my face. And I know that when I'm in any kind of mood, I can think of Paris's little squishy face, and it's going to bring a smile and happiness to my heart. And so what is it that you can think of right away that brings that belief of happiness inside of your body? What is it that you can think of that brings joy? Because the ripple effect can happen within seconds. And if you think of a pond, every time you throw a stone, the ripple becomes faster and faster and bigger and bigger and bigger, doesn't it? And so we want to keep throwing stones into that ripple effect. Our vortex of how we feel, our energy inside of our body, is caused from our thoughts. And so the more good thoughts that we throw into our vortex, into our pond, into our life, into our body, the happier we're going to be. And so the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to think about my day. I'm going to think about the things that I can do that can inspire happiness. And when that starts happening, my body starts to feel better. I start feeling less in pain. I get more energy. I get energized without even drinking coffee. I get a vibrancy that brings me into the state that I want to feel. What are they saying out there, Dave?
Lots of stuff.
Let me hear
She answered it as Alex's. I am Alex's mom.
it. Okay.
April.
Sure. Yep. April, let's look. The holidays were really hard for you. They want you to know that they were there with you and that they saw. There was also something you thought about buying in representation of the Christmas or of the holiday in represent of who they were to you. I don't know if you bought it or you thought about buying it, but they're showing me this, and they saw that thought and they saw that expression of love, and they want you to know that they saw it and that they were right there through the holidays with you. And it gives me this sense of like, I'm right here holding your hand, and I'm not going anywhere. I get like this urgency to tell you that everything's going to be all right. It feels like in times of holidays and birthdays, it feels like you have like this emptiness inside of you that feels like everything is wrong. But he wants you to know that everything is right and that everything is okay and everything is going to be all right. And that's that reassurance feeling he keeps trying to send.
And then Elise said, "My sweet pups, Gus and Isaiah, am I happy?"
Awesome. Puppies. Yes. Do you guys want to know why animals are so easy to love and why animals are always our go-to? It's because they have that unconditional love and that unconditional feeling that we all are searching for. And they have that, what we are supposed to be representing here on earth, unconditional love. So it's really easy to pick our pets.
And Cody Rain Kadasi has a question. Does my dog Jackson blame me for his death, or was it just his time to go?
It was just his time to go. Right away, I got an immediate, it was my time to go. He kind of had like this personality, and I feel like this urgency of like you were his whole entire life, like a father figure. This was like a passionate animal that looked to you for everything, and he just wants you to know it was definitely his time. There was something happening with his heart, and so that's what went. And the passing was exactly the time it was supposed to be.
Amy Marie Davis says her friends. April Jordan says my joy is my grandchildren.
I love that. Yes, my kids also bring me joy.
Joshua Dixon says hi, Deb.
Hi guys.
Tara Warren says the birds singing in the morning.
Oh yes. Now, how many of you, the birds of the morning bring anger? When you hear the birds chirping, is there some of you that brings an anger to you? Others, it brings happiness and joy. Why is there such an extreme from one person to the other? Do you guys have any ideas on why that is? Dave, why do you think it is?
One person to the other?
Yeah.
The tone that they set for themselves?
The tone they set for themselves? Yeah, absolutely. The choices that we make inside of our brain, right? Nobody makes those choices except for us. And people say, well, it's just not that easy, Debbie. It's not that easy. It's not? Who makes it that easy? We make it that easy. And so, yes, it is that easy, you guys. You're the ones making the choices about what you think. If you allow your brain to be on auto replay, you're just going to play subconscious programming that you lived your whole life. And so choosing not to change is your choice, right? And so we just need to strengthen the mind to choose to be a creator, not a reactor.
April Jordan said, I almost ordered a plaque that has his brothers and sister, and Alex had angel wings on this picture.
Yes. They wanted you to know that it was right there. You saw it, loved it.
She's also the one that said her joys her grandchildren.
Oh, I love it, yes.
And we have Taya Cash says, making others happy, smiling, interacting, showing interest.
I love it, yes. Often doing something for somebody else can bring that spark of joy that we're looking for, you guys. It becomes very tiring when we just consistently think about self, doesn't it? Because the thoughts that we think aren't so magical at times. But if you reach out to help somebody else, you can remember why interactions are so important, because it brings that that love to your heart, doesn't it? It brings that spark. Now, we're not talking about going and rescuing the world. We're just talking about a gentle gesture. Maybe it's sliding your ATM card in front of the person in front of you and paying for their groceries, or maybe it's paying for somebody's gas when they don't have the money, or maybe it's making a pie and taking it to work. Maybe it's picking up snacks for the office. Little tiny gestures like that can make that ripple effect that we're looking for.
And then we have Tammy Marie Davis is asking, what do you see for me in 2026?
It feels like there needs to be a change for your happiness. When we talk about 2026 for you, Tammy, it feels like there needs to be some stuff that's taken out that doesn't bring so much joy. And so remembering to make the choices for yourself, it feels like you do a lot for a lot of other people. And they're talking to us about remembering that our sole purpose here on this earth is for self. Even though we are here to help the others, we still need to refocus on self more. And once you do that, I see a lot more things aligning for your joy.
Taya Cash asks, did Mom leave the penny that I found at Dad's before Christmas when I had Iris out to go potty?
Well, of course, she leaves you money all the time. She gives me a chuckle when you ask too. When Dave read your question, she started laughing right away. Yeah, of course. She's the one that leaves the money.
Debbie Ontiveros says, what will my forever love look like?
Debbie, first I want to talk to you about how we find that unconditional forever love that we're looking for. Spirit talks to us about knowing the love that you have for yourself, and that to aligning with somebody that you want to love you the way that you want to be loved, you must love yourself that way first. And so we must mimic the love that we want to see in others through self. And the universe hears us by what we do, what we say, and what we are. And so we must love ourselves unconditionally so that we can find an unconditionally loving partner. And to find him, it looks like you got to get the heck out of the house. It's not the Amazon driver. It's not the DoorDash guy. You're going to need to get out and get in the community and meet some people.
And Cody Karasi said, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Joshua Dixon says his birds are not loud in the morning.
Oh, so you got quiet birdies in the morning?
Whisperers, huh?
They got whisperers in the morning?
They got secrets.
Our birds are loud. We have a bay window that overlooks our lake, and we're covered in trees. We have a little, almost like a little corner in the woods right over top of the lake. And our birds are very loud. I think it's because Dave feeds them birdseed. They're out there super, super early at the crack of the first light, and they're loud.
I think they're louder when the squirrels get at their seed too. They're like yelling at me, hey, we're almost out here. The squirrels.
Yeah, definitely. I have seen that when the squirrels get out there and get to the bird feeders, the birds are louder. They're like, hey, that's our seed.
Debbie said, laugh out loud, true, and then said, thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Absolutely.
Shelby Lee Farrell said, my best friend husband passed away a few months ago. Is he still around? My 3-year-old talks like he sees him still.
What's her name, please?
Her best friend's husband? Oh, perfect. Shelby Lee Farrell.
Okay, Shelby. And whose husband passed?
Her best friend's husband.
Her best friend's husband. What's your best friend's name, please? Thank you. Waiting for that response. You guys, this weekend we're going to be in Rochester, Minnesota at the Eagles Club from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. If you guys want to come and check that out, there are free tickets online right now. Go to my website, www.refinedivinepsychic.com. Click the expos and you can get free tickets. We have 100 free tickets that we allow for free admission, you guys, with the new thing that we started. To a little incentive for you early birds. Come on in at 9 a.m. and get your registration. We pull door prizes all day long. Door prizes every hour we pull, guys. hundreds of dollars all day long. Incredible things, guys. We give away oracle cards, tarot cards, crystals, bracelets. You name it, man. We got it. It's an incredible opportunity to come and meet like-minded people in the spiritual community. Every single vendor is personally vetted by me. They have to go through a screening process to even be a vendor at our shows. The difference between our shows and other people's shows is that they don't screen. We do. We only let the best of the best in for you to get the refined divine experience. So come on out and see us in Rochester this Saturday, not Sunday. Sheesh. This Saturday, guys. 9 a.m. Those doors open. Get yourself in, get pre-registered. 10 a.m. The live action's going to start. At 11 a.m. I'm going to do 12 o'clock. That's right. I'm going to do the psychic gallery. And then at 2 o'clock, I do the sound healing that teaches you how to tap into your psychic abilities.
The best friend's name is Brianna.
Brianna.
Her husband passed away.
Mm-hmm. And wondering if her child that's 3 sees the husband. Yes. The babbling that's taking place is because the husband is there.
Michelle Clace Irwin says, question, I am pretty sensitive to the paranormal. I've also seen shadow people out of the corner of my eye and dissembled voice calling my name once. Could I possibly be a medium or just don't know it?
Sure. So the crazy, amazing part about you asking this question, are you all ready for this? Is that every single person here on Earth, you guys, has psychic medium abilities. We are all born with an ability to connect with the other side and the spiritual realm. It's just about what your abilities are and who you are and what your psychic abilities are. Every single one of us has different abilities, just like we have a different voice and we have a different personality and a different body. We all have a different way that we connect with our supernatural self. And so the answer to your question is yes, you are. And you guys, I give classes every Tuesday and every Thursday afternoon at 5:30 right now, teaching you how to tap into those psychic abilities. And I also teach you, I have Wednesday classes that are mediumship classes that teach you a modality of mediumship to be a business and to sell it. So I have all that different things, guys. If you'd like to check it out, our first class is always free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30. It is offered on Zoom. You don't have to be in person. But if you are local, we have a beautiful spiritual retreat center in Galesville, Wisconsin. And you can come and check us out on Tuesdays at 5:30 in person.
Elise Gerke said, Deb and Dave are amazing and so fun.
Aw, thanks. I'll tell you what, I don't know if Dave's fun, but I am.
Deb Feldner said, hi, Deb. I lost my sister-in-law last year in January. So just about a year. Can you tell me anything? Thank you, Deb.
Her sister-in-law?
Yeah.
Was there a separating or a separation before her passing? It feels like there was some time missed or some time not had together. And she wants you to know that there's no ill will or ill feelings towards this. There seems to be some thought or talk of this. And she wants you to know that she made it over just fine. The passing went really easily. She is thankful for you and everything that you did for the family, and she wants you to know that.
Barbara Bennett said, do you see anything for me?
Barbara, they want you to know that the spiritual path that you're embarking on is really the right path for you. You kind of keep going on and off this path. It seems like you tip your toes in and maybe back up a little bit, dip your toes in and back up a little bit. Plunge in, take the leap. They're ready for you. Your guides have been showing you. Your guides have been giving you signs, and they're really loud about you taking this supernatural super path for you your whole entire life. And there's a lot of things that need to get done, and they're waiting for you.
Taya Cash says, I find comfort in birds. What is interesting is after Mom passed, I had a crow that hung out for about a week prior to her passing. It was a piloted woodpecker. Mom and 3 babies at my feeders. I look for the signs.
I love it. Absolutely. That was your mom. Absolutely. That was your mom. 100%.
And then Amber said, "Hey Deb, is there anything I need to know right now after the big leap I took in October?"
It feels like there's some back and forth energy of should I stay or should I go, or should I go back to where I was, or what should I do? They want you to know that there's no wrong answer, Amber. That no matter what you're doing, that there's always a way for you to feel happiness, no matter where you're at. It's not where you are, it's who you are, and that's the lesson you're learning right now.
Naeva said, "Hello everyone."
Welcome in. Guys, please put your comments in the comment section. Let me know where you're from, any questions that you have about the supernatural, spiritual world. Let's be active tonight. Let's talk. Let's get the talk going. Let's talk about all the things that you want to know about tonight. Let's put it out on the table. There's no stupid question. The only stupid question is the one that I asked.
Joshua Dixon said, "I feel like the universal energy is sending a message every night. The same red robin shows up on my windowsill. Well, I haven't seen him in weeks. I went outside and he flew to my porch banister very close, quickly flew off into the palm tree. Is this a message since he went MIA a few weeks ago? Sorry so long."
Who went MIA a couple weeks ago? The Robin?
Yeah.
Okay. It feels like there's an end of a cycle that happened, and there's no longer a need for this. And they want you to start looking and understanding that there's a path for you, and the path seems to be down a different avenue. And that's why we're not seeing the Robin.
Erica Kaka said, "I'm approaching a career path. Is this right for me? I feel like it is."
Absolutely. I got an uprising in the back of my spine. Absolutely. That's a definite yes.
And Naeva Kerrigan said, "I would love a message from my dear son. Been missing him with all the holidays."
Oh, yes. There's something you bought for your other son in the memory of your son that passed, or something that you would have bought. I don't know. He's showing me something you bought. Very excited about it. He wants you to know that he's right there with you. And he says to us that you need to meditate more because the overthinking is really putting you in a bad place and not being able to kind of pull out of that. And you keep kind of reverting back to that old depressed kind of way, but it's because of the thoughts. And so he's reminding you that you have to think better things, to have better thoughts, to have a better life. And that's really super important right now.
Amber said, "Definitely feeling all that." And Deb Feldner said, Thank you, Deb and Dave are awesome. I went to these shows a number of times. Each time I went, they're amazing. You won't be disappointed."
Oh, thank you so much for that, Deb. Yeah, life is crazy, right? Life is crazy. I'll tell you, since I and Dave have decided to do our own shows, our energy at those shows. Now, when I used to do the holistic fairs with other people, I would feel drained, and I got really sick, and I didn't feel well. I put on a lot of weight. It really is so important, who you surround yourself with. And so when I said to Dave, when we do these shows, we are going to vet every single vendor and make sure they're real and 100%. And Dave was so worried. He's like, "You do realize we're probably not going to have any vendors, right?" And I was like, "Oh, Dave, you don't have any faith, man. You got to have faith in Spirit. Spirit's going to bring us all the right people, and it's going to align just perfectly." And it has. I'll tell you what, you guys, our shows for vendors are pretty much sold out because I refuse to shove 60 vendors into a room and make it this chaotic, crazy experience. That's not what I'm about. I'm about having authentic readers with authentic connections and people that are there for the right reasons. And I'll tell you what, remember what you put out comes back, right? And so having that kind of energy where people are actually authentic and there for the right reasons, just having them in that room together, the people that come to the fairs are very authentic and there for the right reasons. And it is just a miraculous feeling, you guys. I'm telling you, people come to our shows and they walk through the doors and they're like, "Oh, what is this? They're like, this is amazing. This feels so good. I've never been to a fair like this. They say, that they feel like they're floating on clouds. They say that they feel healed. They feel connected, and that they feel like they found their family. Like literally, we just keep hearing all of the most wonderful things about coming to our fairs and what they experience. The thing about coming to our fairs is that the core reason why I have these is so that every single person who walks to that door can belong. Most of my life, I struggled with belonging, and I know that all of you out there can feel me in this. I love playing the song for everybody, "Symptom of Being a Human" by Shinedown. It is one of the most touching songs that I play usually at the end of my galleries because I want everybody to remember that you have a place where you belong. And if you can feel like you belong at our fairs or at our retreats or at our classes, then you can have a place in the world you belong to. Because here's the thing I want you to know about that is that I don't create that feeling. You do. I just opened the door and I created the space for you to find that in. And that's the whole reason why I and Dave do what we do. Because I and Dave spent a whole lifetime of not belonging. Didn't we, Dave? And when we found each other, we actually felt like we belonged somewhere. And we wanted to replicate that through everything that we do. And we do. And that's why everybody feels so amazing when they enter our space. And I just want to share that with you guys because I think it's really important to understand where I and Dave come from and why we do what we do. Lately I've been getting quite a few hate messages too. When you have a lot of people that love you, you're going to get a few that can't stand you, aren't you? But I was reminded during Christmas that haters don't love from the top, do they? They love from the bottom because they're looking up at you. And it's always important to remember that, you guys, not just for I and Dave, but for everybody. For everybody.
Joshua Dixon said he's tuning in from Crystal River, Florida.
Oh, wow. We're in Florida. Amazing. How's the weather?
Naeva said, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Ariel Louise Sexton said, do you see a larger spiritual awakening for me in 2026 and how?
What's your name, please?
Ariel Louise Sexton.
It feels like we're really stagnant right now, but that's because we need to learn to shut the brain off and listen to your heart. Remember, you guys, that your heart and your body are psychic, your brain is not. And when we overthink and overprocess and analyze, that's not spirit and that's not your soul. That's your mind. That's your ego. And it's trying to figure things out. And when we're consistently trying to figure things out, we actually pull ourselves out of the spiritual realm. And so to get an evolution here, it is to learn to not overthink.
Barbara Bennett I would love to know if my pathways to continue on my journey with food.
Yes. Self-love. Self-love, because what's happening is that you're replacing exterior circumstances with love. We're looking to fulfill through food instead of fulfilling through self-love and self-soothing. A lot of people do this through drinking, smoking, eating, distraction, TikTok, Facebook, anything that pulls us outside of our body and fulfills us externally. To overcome eating and not eating when not hungry, we need to learn to self-love so that we're not looking for love exteriorly or fulfilling an empty hole internally. I truly struggle with this.
April Jordan said, thank you, Deb and Dave. You helped me understand a little more.
Yeah, you're so welcome. You're so welcome.
And Erica Coe said, thank you. I also keep seeing the number 9. My son kept rolling it while rolling dice. Is this an angelic sign from someone?
Yeah, so not numerology number 9. What do you know your numerology number by chance? I would look it up. And then literally you can Google angel numbers. Google angel number 9 and it'll come right up. You know, we used to have books everywhere, right? We had to look everything up. And now we have this wonderful Google, and now we have AI where you literally can look up like everything. So just Google it.
Shauna Jenkins Taddick says, Am I on the right path to trying to develop my abilities? Was the Reiki class meant to bring me on this path?
Your Reiki class was meant to bring you on this path, and sitting right here on this live was meant to bring you to me. Our classes, guys, Tuesdays and Thursdays, developing your psychic abilities, life changing. The first class is always free. Come send me a message. Our next class is this Thursday at 5:30. They are every single Tuesday and Thursday. Once you become a part of our class, you're added to a class group that's a community of like-minded people developing their abilities. And then you are also on our Wix in our website. Thank you, Dave. Our website. You can watch all of my past classes too, guys, because I've been teaching classes now for almost 6 years. For 2 times a week for 6 years, that's a lot of classes. And so you can go in and binge watch if you'd like. I know a lot of people do. And really, really, really hone in on those psychic abilities, guys. There's a lot of shadow work in my classes, the laws of the universes, learning your connection. And right in the classes, we teach you how to psychically channel and all the things that you need to know about your connection to the other side.
Tara Warren asked, she says, Hi, Deb. If I do a fast or juicing, will it help me to hear my main guide? I know my origin that's been revealed, but I'm told if I want to know his name, I have to do the work. I've tried meditating and I fall asleep. I get so relaxed. Thanks.
Are you guys ready for this? This is really just going to blow you out of the water. I know. Here it comes. Guides don't have names. They never have. They never will. The spiritual ego wants to name them because it wants to control them. It wants to own them. It wants to be closer to them. It wants to be bigger, badder, better, or it wants to have a piece of something and control it by naming it. Guides are energetic forms that come with us from birth until death. And guides are just this, guides. So, for instance, let's say that you are trying to fix something and you can't figure out how to fix it. Let's say it's a broken fan and you're fixing it, and then all of a sudden you just know how to fix it and you don't know how you knew it, but you just did it. That's your guide. You know, when you're talking to somebody and they need your help and all of a sudden you just have all this genius that comes out your mouth and you don't know where it came from, that's your guides. When you feel like that all of a sudden you need to turn a right here and you don't know why, and then you missed a huge wreck, that's a guide. Guides literally guide you. They give you blocks of information that are just downloaded. It's like if I could explain it the best I know how, is an energetic form that's like a ripple effect that goes into the other side that brings you the information when you need it. And so we can call our guides when we're trying to fix something and can't figure it out, or if we have a decision that we need to make and don't know what to do, or if we're trying to help somebody, we can always call on them to help us. And that is an energetic form that will bring a block of knowledge. It's a block of knowing. That's what your guides are. They don't have names. You can call them Susie, Mike, Sally, Carrie, and Beth, but they don't have a name because they've never been human. They'll never be human. They aren't your dead grandma or your best friend that passed away last week. They aren't anybody you've ever known, because you can't know them, because they are just an energetic body that is a portal to the other side. So why would somebody want to tell you that they have names? Well, because then they're more spiritually inclined to maybe look like they know more, right? But they don't have names, and neither do angels. Sorry, not sorry. Okay.
Joshua Dixon says, I know Deb probably has stated this before, but how did you first discover your abilities? And he also said the weather is pleasant in Florida.
I bet. God dang it. I don't want to go to Florida, dude. I'm not taking those CS in Florida. Okay, so how did I know about my abilities? My whole life I've been this way. So it was just the knowing, right? When I was young, I would know that things were going to happen before they happened. And I would be able to speak to things that other people couldn't see. It was always there. It did go away for a while. When I was 16, I started having severe anxiety attacks. I actually, and I don't share this a lot, but I was attacked by a paranormal um, entity that was a part of possession because I was not inclined to know what I should and should not be doing as a young teenager. And so I had some pretty crazy shit happen to me that scared me, and I went on some antidepressants and some anxiety medication that blocked me from my psychic abilities. And so I blocked it off until about 23, 24. I did have a period where I was not psychic or active, and I was very, very depressed. Because depressed is suppression, and God was suppressing me because I was doing things that I shouldn't be.
Lindsay Strauss, any messages coming through for me?
Yes. You're trying to get too much done. Remember that life is supposed to be fun and that you should enjoy what you're doing. And sometimes when we focus on how things should be done and to get them done in a certain way, shape, or form, we cause misery. And remember that that misery is caused by us.
Taya answered your reading. She said it doesn't help that I have an accounting brain.
It doesn't help that you have an accounting brain. Yeah, I know, guys. We have brains that are connected to our work, right? Because we all need money, and it's all a part of who we are and the connection that we have. But the more that you can go into your heart and less in your head, the happier you're going to be. I promise you, it's true.
Joshua said, "Thank you so much for sharing."
Yeah.
And
You're welcome.
Area Louise Sexton also answered you with, "Okay, I guess that seals my wavering decision to go or not to go. I'll see you in Richland Center on the 24th."
I'll see you in Richland Center on the 24th. Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to go back to Richland Center. We haven't been there in 4 years, Dan? I think it
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like 4 years ago.
It was 2 years, January.
2 years ago in January we were there.
Yeah.
We're going back. We love Richland Center. Richland Center is one of my stomping grounds. So I moved there when I was 17 years old and had my own apartment up there. It was my first apartment that I had when I moved out on my own. Actually, I was 16, not 17. I moved out on my own, had my own apartment in Richland Center, and I worked at KTI. If you guys know Richland Center, you know that that was a satellite company, and you made satellites there. And I was a welder, and I was a packer, and I worked third shift, and I went to school. So Richland Center is one of my stomping grounds from my younger days.
The White House has definitely got some energy.
Oh yeah, the White House.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a show there like a year ago, like a year and a half ago.
Yeah. The White House in Richland Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were at the community center like 4 years ago.
No, that was the White House. We did dinner. Yeah.
Oh, just dinner. Oh, okay. All right. You get me all confused, Dave. All right. Yeah, it's haunted. The White House is very haunted. Yeah. What kind of bistro was there? What kind of we ate there? It was weird. They brought all this meat to the table.
Yeah, that's the place. Yeah, they had a restaurant and it was Brazilian.
Brazilian food.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. They brought like a grill right to the table and it had like all this meat on it.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Linda Judd said, "Please suggest a topic for me to write about. I've agreed to use the next 6 months writing a book."
Self-love. Discovery. Self-love.
Amber said I needed to hear that message too, the one that Joshua got.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how when one message is channeled that it is for so many of us? It's because all of us are living, a variation of each other's lives because we're all here for the same reason, you guys. We're just here at different frequencies, living different lives at different times. And we can sympathize with a lot of other humans about what they're going through because we're all experiencing the same thing. We're all learning unconditional love for ourselves and unconditional love for others.
Shannon Marie said, "Hi, Deb and Dave. Any messages or advice for me?"
Hi, Shannon. Wow, you're doing so well. I'm getting like a celebration of like confetti, like you did it. You're evolving. They're so proud of you. They're saying to us, keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't go back now.
I think we caught up to them.
All right, guys, that was fun. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and thank you for putting your comments and having so many questions. That's why we do what we do here. We love Transformational Tuesdays because it's all about making that transformation into what you want out of life. Our next retreat is going to be in Osseo, Wisconsin, May 8, 9, and 10. That retreat is going to be releasing the pain and anxiety out of your life once and for all. Once and for all. Guys, it's on sale right now for $325 for 3 days. You can't even get a hotel room for that, and we're giving you a spiritual retreat, everything included. The first day, you can show up early at 9 a.m. and choose to have services with us. Psychic readings, card readings, massages, and all the great things. But you don't have to. And then we have some optional sound baths for $25. But again, you don't have to. Most of the retreat, 99% of it is all included. I channel the whole entire retreat. We have all of our food. We have all the food groups. So don't worry about any allergies that you might have to food. We have vegetarian, we have gluten-free, we have dairy-free, everything you can possibly imagine. 3-day retreats are absolutely life-changing, you guys. If you imagine an hour here on a live with me, could you imagine what a whole 3 days would be? That's right. You might even change into like Dave, huh, Dave?
Good luck.
Dave always makes the joke. Have you ever written in a shadow work book? Have you ever read a shadow work book? And people are like, yeah, I've read a shadow work book. And Dave says, you should try living one.
Uh-huh.
I don't let him get away with a damn thing. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please, please, please come and join us this Saturday in Rochester, Minnesota. Come make a day out of it. There's going to be food there. You have no reason to leave. Come and spend the whole entire day with us. It's going to be an incredible journey. I can't wait to meet every single one of you because once we meet, we're friends for life.
Unlock the mysteries of the unseen world with the extraordinary insights of gifted psychic medium, Refined Divine. Featured on television and heard on Ghostbox Radio AM 950, Deb's remarkable ability to communicate with the other side has captivated audiences for years. Since childhood, Deb has channeled profound messages from beyond, guiding us through life's biggest challenges. Now on this show, she'll reveal powerful insights to help us navigate modern society's most pressing questions. Join us and witness the extraordinary talents of one of the most gifted psychic mediums you'll ever experience. The answers await. In a world full of questions, some answers come from beyond. Introducing Debbie Straight of Refined Divine, a gifted psychic medium who channels wisdom from the other side to guide you. Get ready to witness the depth of her extraordinary gift.